Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our new lesson. Today we're going to talk about models for necessity and suggestions. models هي الأفعال الناقصة نستخدمها لنعبر بعض منها بتعبر عن ضرورة إجبار يعني بعض منها بتعبر عن اقتراحات. When I want to describe a necessity for someone, I'm going to use must, need to, have to, don't have to. When I'm giving suggestions, I should use would better, ought to, should, or shouldn't. Let's listen to this grammar and continue after that.
Page 33, Exercise 7, Grammar Focus. Modals for necessity and suggestion. Describing necessity.
You must have a driver's license.
You need to be 21 or over.
You have to get a passport.
You don't have to get vaccinations.
Giving suggestions.
You'd better avoid the stalls on the street.
You ought to pack a first aid kit.
You should try some local specialties.
You shouldn't carry a lot of cash.
هون بالفقرة الأولى بيعطيني أمور إجبارية. You must have a driver's license. If you want to drive a car, you cannot drive a car if you didn't have a driver's license. You need to be 21 or over, because in some countries when you drive a car, it's not allowed for you to drive a car when you are under 21. Of course, most of the countries are except 18 years old, and some of them except 16. But some of them you need to be 21. You have to get a passport. If you didn't have a passport, you cannot travel. You don't have to get vaccinations. You'd better avoid the stalls on the street. So it's a suggestion, it's an advice. You ought to pack a first aid kit. It's a suggestion, it's not a necessity. You should try some local specialties. It's kind of suggestion. You shouldn't carry a lot of cash. And we have got here exercises في عنا تدريبات. Choose the best advice. اختر النصيحة الأفضل. For someone who is going on vacation, لشخص ذاهب في عطلة. Then compare with a partner. So you are going to choose the best advice. You have to, you'd better, you must, you should, must, should. You're going to put these words in the blanket. Must, should, don't have to, shouldn't. One of them is for obligation, the other is for suggestion. So, imagine going to travel abroad to take turns giving each other advice. You must get the necessary vaccinations. You get the necessary vaccination. You must, or you'd better, or you should, or you shouldn't. Okay, you're going to do these exercises at home, and let's communicate at 2 o'clock via Zoom. Now we're going to the next page, which is listening tourist tips. نصائح من سائح أو نصائح سياحية. 43.
Page 34, Exercise 9, Listening. Tourist Tips. Part A. Listen to an interview with a spokeswoman from the New York City Visitor Center. Check the 4 topics she discusses.
What should people do to make their visit to New York City safe and pleasant?
Don't try to do too much in a short time.
Don't try to do too much in a short time.
That's very important. You should start planning before you get here.
You should start planning before you get here.
You ought to decide in advance which sites you most want to see.
Are there any good tours available?
Oh, yes, there are many. Some companies offer bus tours that stop at all the major tourist attractions. You can buy a pass so you can get on and off wherever you like. That saves you time. And you should visit our website to find out about the latest tours and special events.
I see. And is New York a safe city for visitors?
It's safer than many cities in the world. But just like in any big city, you should still be careful. For example, don't go off on your own, especially at night. And never carry much cash on you. Oh, and don't be afraid to ask questions. Even American visitors have to ask for help when they come here. You'll find that New Yorkers are pretty friendly. They like welcoming visitors to their city and are happy to give directions.
One last thing. Is it an expensive city to visit?
It can be, but there are a lot of places in the city where you don't have to spend a lot of money. If you're a student, you should bring your student ID card with you. That way, you can get a discount at museums and galleries.
Is there anything else you'd like to add?
Yeah, just that most people have a great time when they come to New York, and I'm sure you will too.
Okay, in this video, you listen to something to this woman talking about tips. Now every student is going to write at least 5 tips and send them to me through WhatsApp. And today at 2 o'clock, we are going to talk about these tips. So it's better to write more than 5 tips, but you have to write tips. So I'm waiting for your tips. Now, and we have got writing today. You are going to write 2 or 3 or 4 lines. 2 or 3 or 4 lines. راح تكتبوا لي نصايح من النصايح اللي بعتتها المرأة اللي حكيتها، أقل شي 5 نصايح بالإضافة للحل طبعا. وراح تكتبوا لي كمان 3 أسطر أو 4 أسطر موضوع مثل هذا الموضوع بالنسبة لاقتراحات السفر. ما راح أطول عليكم الفيديو، راح أبعث لكم إن شاء الله الصوت اللي سمعتوه عن المرأة راح أبعث لكم إياه على الواتساب. Thank you very much for watching. See you. Bye.